The Habit Curator is a habit building framework designed to help you build new habits that actually stick. The first step is about defining your habit. It's important to be specific so that it's easy to track. Think about how long you're doing it for, so the duration of the habit, and what days of the week it applies to if it's not a daily habit. One way to define your habit is to use the habit intention formula, which is behavior at time in location. The idea is to make a plan for when and where you're going to complete your habit so that there's clarity around the habit that you're building, and it also alleviates decision fatigue when you go to actually complete your habit. For example, meditate daily for 10 minutes at 7 a.m. in my bedroom. This intention highlights the when and the where of the habit. The second step is figuring out your why. Similar to the mission statement framework, this why section is about listing all the reasons why you want to build this new habit. Think about the short-term benefits, the long-term benefits, and the consequences of not building this habit. Ultimately, every new habit needs a strong why behind it to keep you going. So avoid reasons like because everyone else is doing it. Dig deep and uncover those real reasons why this habit is important to you. The third step is identifying your cues. So cues are internal or external prompts that trigger you to take some form of action. It's something that the brain strongly associates with a habit. So it could be an object, a specific location, a specific person, an emotional state that triggers you to engage in a particular habit. So think about what cues you can implement. Can you set up recurring reminders, recurring alarms, or perhaps leave objects around the house to remind you to engage in those specific habits? For example, a recurring alarm that goes off at 7 a.m. is the perfect cue for the example that we just spoke about, meditating daily at 7 a.m. in your bedroom. You also want to make sure that the cues that you're setting up are highly visible to you and going to be there on the days that you intend on completing your habit. So in this particular example, it's not enough to just set an alarm for, say, Monday. If it's a habit that you want to engage in daily, it needs to be a daily recurring alarm. The fourth step is to break your habit down into smaller steps so that you can simplify and streamline your habit. Every habit can be broken down into smaller steps, even those as simple as brushing your teeth. What's important to remember is the fewer steps involved, the easier it is to complete, and the more likely you are to repeat it. So have a think about what the steps of your habit look like and identify whether any of those steps can be eliminated or simplified by simply making decisions in advance. For example, your meditation habit might look like this before you simplify and streamline it. Grab phone, search for app, open app, choose meditation, press play, meditate. If you want to simplify and streamline this meditation habit, you might decide to put your meditation app on the home screen where it is highly visible and easily accessible. This way, you don't have to swipe through a bunch of apps every single time you want to meditate. The other thing you can do, if the app that you use allows it, is set a default meditation so that all you need to do is open up the app and press play. After making these changes, your meditation habit might look like this. Grab phone, open app, press play, meditate. As you can see, we've eliminated 2 steps from the process, making it a lot easier for you to complete. The 5th step is choosing a reward. The reason why it's important to have an immediate reward in place is because it reinforces the habit you're building. Rewards teach you what habits are worth remembering, and it also increases the likelihood that you will repeat that habit again and again and again. So have a think about what immediate reward you can implement for your habits. Have a think about everyday activities that you already enjoy that could possibly be repurposed into a reward. So things like eating breakfast, checking social media, watching Netflix, all these things can be repurposed into rewards simply by doing them immediately after your habit. The second part of the Habit Curator framework is the habit tracker, which is located on your weekly spread. This is space for you to track any of the habits that you're building at any given time. There are so many benefits to tracking your habits. Number one, it provides clear evidence of the progress you're making, which can be highly motivating, especially when you have a streak going. You won't want to lose that streak. Secondly, it provides immediate satisfaction. It's so rewarding. Who doesn't love ticking off their habit? And thirdly, it makes you more mindful of how you're spending your time. We've also created an ebook called Curating Habits That Stick, which explains all these concepts in a lot more detail. It's a free ebook, so I highly recommend downloading that to assist you with building new habits.